this season 9, round 12, I should say, in the Miami International Autodrome. A track described by many maybe just a few at the least, as one of the worst tracks on the calendar. Just to add to the excitement of it all, it is a sprint weekend, which means we have sprint qualifying, then the sprint, and then we'll have the qualifying and the 29-lap feature Grand Prix. I'm joined tonight by Willow, experienced streamer and very fast racer in this league. Welcome. What can I say? I've been working on my skills recently. Yeah, just checking the chat. How many eggs or carrots are hidden? Hidden about 2 or 3 packs, mate. It's dry. Okay, the weatherman's saying it's dry. Can't hear myself all too well because of our advert, but we'll do a check now. Welcome in, Jack. Right, our first car on track, we've got that guy on Cod Camper, the reigning assist tier champion. Yep, audio check, all good. So, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, the 10-lap sprint, the final sprint race of the season, is one that many, I'm thinking of, at least one of them, racing tonight would not want to do, but we'll have to see. I mean, the main storyline going today is championship leader John will be missing the race, which means if Deflated Wheat theoretically wins both the sprint and feature race, he will take the championship lead into the last 3 rounds of the season. Yeah, John's sort of been the Max Verstappen of our league, as we've now got Cod Camper. I have not had the track map telemetry or lap data up currently, but I will show that now. And we have David joining Nico, who's just had a bit of a delay. He's just got home as far as I'm aware, and he is in. Now we have Cod Camper on a lap. He's looking to gain another pole position in this series. Not one I can remember the top of my head off of that number, but yeah, what do we think about the sort of how Miami will function as a track with the racing today? Yep. Oh, Willow, I think you need to enable your party audio. Hold on, let me just sort this out. Sorry, everyone. Happens to everyone, apparently.
Decimated. That's very
To
helpful.
summarise what Willow has said, a lot of the track is quite hard to overtake on, and we do have a few curves, especially in the first sector, where it's going to be hard to overtake, and it's especially they will catch you out. Just to mention that Cod Camper has set a provisional SQ1 pole position time for 26.0, and then we've got that guy going 1.6 seconds slower, as now caution as we let some drivers pass in the second sector.
Yeah, even with 12 people, because it's such a short track, it will be quite a busy session. So we'll see what people are able to do to manage it.
Yeah, just looking to power now. He's going into this corner here, entering the tight and twisty section where I imagine we're about to see Killian's favourite part of the track. He's looking forward to racing here. I can see in the chat now, navigating through that power, and his teammate missing this week. He's going to be not too happy with that for the terms of the Constructors' Championship, where Mercedes are, but ultimately a lot of points on offer here as he opens the DRS on the back straight.
Had a couple cars cross the line in the interim, but they had both invalidated their laps, being Sox and Ethan, who came to the pits. So Power will be next to cross the line. He's on the soft tyres, interestingly, a bit not controversial. Um, Opposite to the other cars. Only goes into P2 though, 7 tenths behind Cod Camper.
Yeah, Cod Camper looking for another pole position. He's going to be his 14th in what is his 134th race in IIRL. Now, but to cut to, now we have Aya, I think, who's just started a lap here on the exit turn 1. Important to get the power through, carry it through the tight S of section 1, easy to make a few mistakes from, especially when you're carrying high speed. 7th gear in qualifying through that corner, as then you need to brake with not full power, otherwise you will lock up. And a rather off camber extended left-hander using all the curb on the exit here. We've also got David on a lap as well. He's now in hot lap and he has exited the pit. But we're going to again focus on Aya as he comes through to the end using all the track limits here. In sector 2, we've got a few drivers letting each other pass, those looking to be on fast laps. And now Aya through the Mickey Mouse chicane, of which his curbs got upgraded this year. Got changed from that awful sausage curve. As deflated we the hopeful championship leader by the end of this session, setting a 25.6 net pole position, 4 tenths quicker than Cod Campers. Aya is now looking to improve from where he's starting in 9th place, no time, up to the final corner, 2nd gear. Want to open up the apex bit on the power now. Up to the line for the Red Bull driver, the one and only of that team here today. DRS Open on the final straight. That will be 3rd place to 2nd row, 26.7. We've also got Padge and David on laps.
Half a tenth ahead of Power, and especially around here as that guy pulls into the pit lane. Yeah, very, very small margins here, which is not particularly a surprise, but also with a 1 minute 25 lap, that's still quite a lot. Don't know about you.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a significant gap, although we'll have to see where David here is. He is in 7th, although he's saying
The exact same
constant
lap time as
complaining
Sox.
about how he's doing. Yes, exact same lap time, Willow, you're correct. He obviously goes behind Sox as he set that after. That's impressive to say that he was constantly moaning about how bad he was at this track. And something to take note of the sprint, showing he does have that pace. Now, also, I think it's important to say that the gap between 3rd and 7th is it's actually within a 10th, as far as I'm... Not a 10th, actually. It is within about a second. I think
Yeah,
4th to 7th, much closer
that
gap, I'm saying now.
1.2 covering 3rd to 8th. But then you look at 5th to 8th, which obviously is, while being a smaller group of cars to pick from, it is still 3 tenths apart. With an 11 car field, that's definitely not something to scoff at.
Yeah, not something to scoff at indeed. Obviously, Rothwell not participating in sprint qualifying, and we have a newcomer to the league, Ryan Stecken. I think this is with one of his first races in the league. I know he did assist here or around Monza the other day, or it was a previous race in the last couple of weeks or so. And as he approaches the Mickey Mouse chicane, we've got a few drivers passing. He's in the V-car today. I think he joined at short notice. But he did have pace in the previous race he did. He's setting a purple sector. Although, I do not know how representative that is compared to other people. I think it's just, yeah, as I was saying, other people on the track. He's approaching the final corner. You're going to brake. After that DHL sign for me, you go down to 2nd gear. I'm going to use all the track on the exit up to the line. He's draining the battery pack. Up, and now that's going to be 2nd place, 25.9 at 3/10 of provisional pole, deflated wee.
Keeping in mind that Deflated set that lap time on mediums as well, that's incredibly impressive. Ryan, speaking of Ryan, last week he did, there was this Monza, I think it was, he finished
Yes.
P5 overall. So yeah, not a bad showing for one of his first outings, and this being, to memory, his 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, very, very impressive.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was 4th. His total points according to the database is 12. 4th or 5th, definitely very high up there. He's got the pace. It's his 2nd race, actually. His 2nd race in the league. He's got a fastest lap on debut as well. as no drivers currently setting laps, although our provisional pole sitter deflated we. The man looking to challenge for his first no assist championship is on a outlap as it stands. We've also got Cod Camper, the assist tier champion from season 8, Powen, Salks, the assist tier drivers championship rival to Killian, and we've also got Marlborough, who's deflated with his teammate on outlaps as it stands.
So that'll be David and Padge, who aren't going to make it to the line for their final laps. There's 1 minute 30 or so left on the clock. That's their session done, so they'll be 9th and 11th no matter what happens. Unless Marlborough improves and knocks David down. The first car to start, I believe, will be Cod Camper. Oh, no, that guy's already
Yeah,
on a
we'll
lap.
go. Yeah, well, we'll go on board with Cod Camper here, a very successful driver in the league. He's looking to challenge Deflated Wee and steal his 32nd pole position off him in Cod Camper for his 134th race. He's looking to challenge for his 15th win as we're going through Sector 2. David retiring from the session as well as Ethan. They'll respectively not start higher than 9th and 4th. Oh, I haven't noticed actually before. Cod Camper's invalidated his lap. Do we
Oh
see what that
wow.
was?
I couldn't quite see where that was. I was spectating that guy to try and see where he would go. He hasn't improved his position. Although did improve his lap time by 5/10. Is quite impressive. Yeah, Cod I think still pushing on just to see where he would have got, cutting a little bit more as well on the apex curve there. But that, unless somebody can actually pull it out of the bag, I believe will be Deflated Wee's pole position. Obviously, this won't count towards the pole position tally, but it will count for the sprint poles.
Yes, I've just remembered that. I mean, he has won a sprint pole position before. He's got 14 sprint wins. He'll be looking to improve that ratio. Obviously, he'll want to win the sprint today. I don't know, apart from Cod Camber and Ethan and perhaps Aya, who I think is 4th in the Drivers' Championship, if I recall correctly. Yes, 117 points. He has many challenges for that coveted top place on the podium. He's now on the back straight. He's looking to challenge today. I think he's got it in the... Actually, I'm not going to finish that sentence to avoid commentator's curse, but we'll have to see. I don't want to drop the ball too early.
Nah, you'll be fine. I probably only experienced maybe 1 or 2 bouts of commentator's curse in the entirety of my streaming career so far. So I wouldn't worry about
Yeah,
that if I
fair
were you. But
enough.
25-2, and that is deflated on sprint pole.
Yep, that sprint pole position looks like it's almost sorted there. Deflated with his second one, and we've also got Ryan in the second place, his first front row start in any race in IIRL. We've also got Pound up to line. He improves. I think he improves his time. Oh no, he's a 10th off, but he does not improve his position.
Sox jumps
I
that
think in
guy
P6 as well.
as
Oh
Malbro goes
yes,
into the pit
yes, he
lane,
does.
and that is our session done.
Yes, our session done. Deflated. His other another sprint pole position. Ryan, as I said before, great result for him. Cod Camper on the second row as well as Ethan, another front runner. Aya, 4th in the Drivers' Championship, he's 5th. We've got Powen in 6th, carrying the team line for Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. Sox in 7th, that guy in 8th. David in 9th, Marlborough in 10th, Padge 11th. And we've got Rothwell, who retired from this session. 8/10 clear.
Cod will be
Yeah,
kicking.
that's
Cod will be
impressive.
kicking himself with that mistake. Honestly, that is not good.
What happened?
I don't know. But the invalidation anyway, that would be absolutely painful for him. Starting behind Ryan as well, who, as we've seen, 7/10 off deflated on the same tyre. That will be absolute pain for Cod unless he can jump him off the start.
Yeah, obviously, we've got a few different drivers on the mediums and the softs. It seems to be interchangeable, but that qualifying gap is the story. Yeah, Nico saying that it's ridiculous these times. Well, it is, but you do have to realise this is probably the most competitive, and I have to use the sweaty word here, for lack of a better word, TM. But there it is, Deflated Wee on his second sprint pole position,
Oh,
ahead of the third and final sprint race of Season 9.
just wait until next week. I'm looking to race at Baku, and I'm absolutely diabolical at my lap times.
Yeah, now everybody's seeing it in the Discord, mate. It's crazy.
Oh
Yeah, but I
no.
think we've got a 3-minute gap now until the sprint race, everybody. Yeah, we're going to go at 53 minutes past 7.
Looks pretty overcast at the moment. You reckon people might have a bit of a struggle getting their tyres up to temperature on the formation lap?
Yeah, as long as you just don't go into anybody, I think it should be fine. No particular concern, especially with the weather. I think the weatherman Ethan, who's also obviously competing, said it will be dry. I think tire temperatures, as long as you can get them up to temp by in time, should not be a concern.
Mm. I don't. I think. I think was it Silverstone, Spa, and Canada were the three tracks that they updated their tyres for, wasn't it?
I can't remember
I was trying to
specifically. I
think
think in
if
terms of the strategy and tire side, you'd know far more than me.
yeah, I was trying to think whether it would be worth potentially going on to the hard tyres unless you want to keep them for the race.
Yeah, hard runners might be muddy. We'll have to see on race director Killian when we get it up. All medium runners, and it's a quick. Yeah, I mean, so I'd also like to thank Tacit for the 25 stream streak. He's a great person, that is. Just to toot my own horn, I should say. But well, congratulations to him. It's great to have so many consistent viewers watching this amazing league and this amazing tier, of which, if you'd love to join just to sneak a self-promotion in while we're not racing, you can do the join command and we can get you in contact with someone who can join the league. Right, 1 minute to go until the race start, the sprint race here in Miami. Who do we think is going to win today? Oh, we've got Ryan and Deflated we on the front row.
I think if Deflated can now start and run away with it and keep Cod behind Ryan, I think Deflated has a very, very good chance. But I think that if Cod can get Ryan, then it will be a race-long battle.
I can't remember, how many points is it for the sprint win? Because
It's
Deflated we've got that
10.
33-point gap. Yeah, but it reduced it down to 23. So a win today in both the sprint and feature race will see him lead by 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Although any hard runners might be mudded. Yeah, 10 lap sprint race. I can't admit that the tyre where I had in the practice session yesterday was representative. So you Willow, what is the tyre wear around here usually per lap for the wheel users?
Oh, good lord. Uh, it's been so long since I've done
Approximate
Miami.
figure.
I mean,
Is it
typically the
quite bad?
mediums range from about 4% to 8% depending on the track. This is a very medium tyre wear track, I'd say, so probably around 6% a lap. So
Are we
mediums would be.
expecting the mediums to be the race tyre today?
Oh, no, hards are always the race tyre. I think that the fall off for mediums is very, very high, so you need to be very careful on managing them.
Yeah.
Uh, but if you can get those hards up to temperature, they'll definitely be faster than mediums. But mediums typically around 6% a lap, and hards will probably be around 2% less than that, so 4%.
Okay, so we got different tyre wear rates as we should be starting anytime soon. We're on the grid now, and we have the lights out for the formation lap. There's 2 green lights the drivers will set off. We're going to watch it from Deflated Wee's perspective, our 11 car grid, going down through to turn 1. In what is, in
Oh,
real life, the most expensive race to attend by ticket price. But the
surely
fans are in
not.
for a treat today at home.
I would have thought
Yeah, actually it
Vegas would be
is. It's
worse.
more. No, in 2024 it was more expensive than Vegas to attend.
That's
I
impressive.
think it's something to do alongside the fact that F1 are the promoter themselves, so it directly affects the income of the sport.
Hmm,
They don't pay, promoter doesn't pay like 50 million a year to be on the calendar.
fair enough. We've also got Cod, a bit of an outlier. He's the only one on the hard tyres.
Yeah, I'll get the tyres up now so the viewers can see. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Cod Camper looking for the long game here in the 10-lap sprint using a set of the hards sort of earlier on in the weekend, but it's an interesting choice as he starts from yet another second row. Alongside Ethan, one of the faster people in the league, although he has yet to nail his consistency down in the races. We'll have to see ultimately where if Ethan V4810 can nail it, or he will unfortunately have another race-ending incident or general incident in this. Now Liam should play it smart, do a slow fastest lap. Yeah, I think I was just saying, as Willow was saying, the tyre wear, it's going to be playing it smart in terms of that and racecraft. Maybe Ethan Nice jump in formation lap.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, it'll be
I
an
was trying
interesting
to
one.
think of which side of the grid is the odd numbered and the even numbered, because if COD's on the outside, that'll leave him very vulnerable to Ethan and Aya.
Yeah, he'll be on the left side.
So yeah,
Third place.
definitely that he'll be quite vulnerable to Ethan on the inside on those not fresher, on those softer medium tyres.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now we've got the last driver lining up to the grid. We're going to watch it from deflated wheels perspective as Padge DSQ's on his grid spot, unable to get the parking he wanted for this car.
Nico thinking that COD did the
waiting
right
for the
thing with the tyres. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out.
Right, preparing for lights out in Miami for the sprint race, the third and final of the season. It's 3, 4, 5. Now it's 5 lights and away we go for the final sprint race of the season. We've got deflated. We and Ryan having some good getaways. Think Padge at the back unfortunately doesn't, but we have a spin. COD counter spins at turn 1. And we have some major incident for him as Ryan also locked up into that corner. COD camper on the fresh hard. Perhaps not to temperature down to 10th place. That is a major development for the championship. That's the man in third. Now we're going through the S's. Deflated we over Ryan and Ethan, who has pipped COD up to the line perhaps. I'm not sure what caused that. Probably the tyres. Right, Liam setting obviously that purple sector 1 and the car found nipping tuck in the train. What happened there for COD camper? That's actually a major lockup, or was it just a spin?
I'm not entirely certain, but it looked like potentially both of the cars going side by side in front caught COD out under braking, so they braked earlier to accommodate each other.
Sorry, just to interrupt you there, Willow. We just have that guy overtaking Socks into the major braking zone from the DRS. Sorry.
Yeah, it looked like COD was trying to go a bit later on the brakes compared to the two in front, and in return managed to lock the rears on the cold tyres as Howard sliding his way up the chicane. But yeah, the two braking a bit early to accommodate each other probably caught COD out, and on the cold tyres just locked the rears and went round. Luckily, he's not lost too many positions, and on those hard tyres, with the slide, technically, he'll get them a bit up to more temperature.
Yeah. So yeah, COD camper up to 7th now.
Yeah, I think...
John, nice to have you in the chat, mate.
Oh, hello.
Resets the fastest lap, and we've got an incident. That's Rothwell off in Sector 3 as DRS is enabled. Ignore my tomfoolery with my vocal cords. John, nice to see you in the chat, as I said, I think.
We're both really mincing our words today, aren't we?
Yeah, 5% fat mince from my mouth, but we'll have to see. We've got Deflated Wee leading by 6/10s. John, and hope you enjoy your vacation, mate. I know that's something my commentator was constantly told when he was on his vacation.
Oh, Jesus, don't remind me. As that is
but what
Powen who's lost DRS.
Oh yes, Powen, he's lost the DRS. I mean, in F125, I'm not sure if that's a particularly easy or hard thing to do, but we do have COD Camprys regaining place up to 6th.
A little bit deep off the apex here and a slide to go with it, but does get the move done on that guy.
Yeah, Deflated we carrying the speed through the Mickey Mouse chicane, as many drivers would know it. But we're up to the back straight. The DRS enables all with things that Rothwell off into the end of that braking zone. Major incident for the Haas driver there. We've got Padge and Marlboro also splintering off from the back.
As that is Ayahuasca who gets past Powen down the back straight.
Oh my god, we just missed Ryan's wing may have been chopped off by Ethan there. We've got a bit of carbon fibre on the track. That'll be one for the stewards to see. I'm not sure if that was an incident, if you caught that.
No, I was looking more at Powen and Aya, but
What happened there then? I think Ethan might have... There's some sort of incident with him and Ryan.
Well...
Nace hit the back of Liam. Oh, okay. Right, okay, that's good to know.
So that means that Ethan just got caught up in the aftermath then. That's so unfortunate.
For Ryan. He was on for his first sprint podium in his second race, but we'll have to see. Ethan just got caught up.
As Rothwell retires from this session, but that gives Deflated a massive lead now. Nearly 3 seconds advantage. That'll be tough to catch up.
3 seconds is... But yeah, that's major, I think, as Rothwell is retired in the pit lane. COD P4. Well, I mean, those hard tyres surely providing some help as he looks for the
That's a late look.
Got a great cam. Power and line the space. Is that a bit of a hit for the wall? COD camper, no wing damage.
No,
but
he understeered
Can't
into Powen's line a little bit there, and just
that is interesting.
Front axle to front axle contact, and the car behind just spins. That's just how the contact model is on this game, unfortunately. But that does mean that COD
been like that.
Will probably have a bit of an easier move down here now, because that does lose power and DRS, but he might get himself in trouble for costing him that much time.
Yeah, trouble for sure, but Cod Camper looking to challenge perhaps a tyre advantage, not as nerfed as some people in the chat may be thinking, or
Oh
just as
my,
we are thinking. But he's looking for the overtake on Powen here, the Mercedes driver, looking to
absolutely
rejoin where
pushing
he
him through the
started
final
into
corners.
turn one. Yeah, Cod Camper is known to make these kinds of moves, but we're going to see it now from this perspective. He is back up to P3. He's rectified that mistake, but it has cost him 4 laps and DRS to Aya, who's looking to get another sprint podium and regain some places in the Drivers' Championship. He's currently 4th, and he is many points off Cod Camper. We've got Padge also retiring from the session. 10 people finishing the sprint today.
Which means that everyone will score in turn.
Both via F1 points and via IIRL's point system.
No, for the sprint, it's top 8 for
Oh
the
god, I'm
sprint.
having a brainwave, my bad. I'm thinking, I've watched
Oh,
too much F1 for my good sometimes.
there's
But,
Ethan going
that is
deep
an
on the brakes.
incident. Yeah, that's an incident. Ethan going late on the brakes.
I,
It's
I
unlucky.
thought I swam side by side with that guy, but I couldn't quite tell what actually happened. Probably find... Well, he's got no damage, that's good for him there, but I would imagine that potentially there's a few things that are going in from this sprint alone to the stewards.
Yeah, our steward Killian's going to have a nice one watching all these. Oh, we do have David here. He's looking for the Ryan, sorry, looking for the overtake on David. Ryan's up to P7.
Ryan's still with
can
that
he catch
damage. Ryan's still with that damage is really
Yeah.
impressive that he's still able to make those moves.
Yeah, the loss of downforce will be massive for Ryan, but I would like to say I don't think anyone's got a chance of catching Deflated. I think he's checked out, and that 3.6 second gap.
COD has fallen back from Aya since we last checked in. That's impressive
Since we
pace
last
from
checked
Aya.
indeed. Yeah, especially as Rothwell leaves the session, I don't think I've got him added because I literally can't add him, so I don't know if anyone else can sort that out.
I do, but he may not come back, I'm not certain. I'll double check the chat.
Yep. Right, I've got some ads, so I can't see the streaming picture fully, but seems to be everyone's racing their own race. We've got the main pack here, and not much else going on. It seems to be one of those DRS trains that we've been so accustomed to in the last couple of rounds, as far as I can remember. And we've got major gaps between the top three, 3.5 seconds from Aya to Deflated Wee, and a 1 second gap to Cod, clawing it back to Aya as Powen is about to drop back. I think he's almost lost the RS.
Aya must be frustrating COD so much because he's always been so close to getting the DRS, but never quite close enough to actually get it.
Aya is really strong. He is. I mean, it's sort of just like he's there, but he's just about far enough every lap as we are into lap 6. Deflated Wee leading us out front from Cod Camper, Aya, and all that train has reclosed. Yeah, it seems to be a close battle, but I feel as if Cod Camper may leave it towards the last couple of laps to take his move in this sprint race. Killian, I won't read your comment out, no, just to avoid tempting fate, but that is a good idea from you.
The fate of the gods of Twitch.
Go on board with Cod Camper as he is far away from power enough to break the DRS right now, as we've got Aya going deep into this braking zone here. I forgot the corner name, so I'm just going to call it that. Up to, I think, is this turns 12 and 13? I couldn't remember off the top of my head.
I'm not certain, but I don't think they have any actual names. I think they're just numbers.
Yeah, I think they are just numbers, but for a track like Miami, I wouldn't be surprised, as you've got Cod Camper looking to challenge Aya, the man who kept him out DRS for a couple of laps, but up to the end of lap 6, he's looking to re-challenge, as there's now 4.2 second gap to add leader of this sprint, Deflated Wee.
Four-second gap.
Now we'll go and watch this from my perspective.
What, 3 laps is this? 3-4 laps? That'll be very, very difficult to overcome.
Yeah, a difficult gap to upcoming D, words can't come out for me, but Powen has now lost DRS to Cod Camper. That means there's a few splintering trains.
That's going to give that guy a good opportunity to try and get past the Mercedes driver and put even worse hopes for Mercedes in the constructors. At the moment, they're leading, I believe.
Yeah, I can double check that for you. Mercedes in the constructors indeed are leading. They're leading by 28 points to Aston Martin, but with the way this is going, it could be even smaller, as we've got that guy going for the overtake on Powen here. He's looking to improve both Ferrari's positioning and his, although being first into a DRS train like that, going into the back straight is probably not one of the place you want to be. With a way like this, I'd imagine you want to be P2.
COD's made the move on Aya as well, and already nearly a full second gap. Is 8/10 at the start of the straight. I'll be burning that battery to try and keep within. But Aya's pace isn't bad today, so we'll see how he can keep up there.
Yeah, I mean, he's just gained 4/10. I mean, tenths in a straight line. That just shows how powerful DRS is. As now we enter the penultimate lap. Sorry, the penultimate lap.
Tri-ultimate.
Here in Miami. Tri-ultimate. Words evade me today, but what doesn't evade us on track is this amazing action. We've got the chase here between Aya and Cod Camper for P2, sorry.
For all the hate that the drivers have been giving this track, the fact that they've actually produced this much action is hilarious. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting track in some ways, but I do admit myself it's not one that I like in the slightest, and I'm rather happy I won't be racing this week for this reason.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I did this track for WR sign-ups, and that's it. That's literally all I've done. But my word, the track limits in the first sector are just painful. As that is Power and Socks going side by side. Not quite able to hold it is Socks going into the chicane, which is turns 14 and 15. As I look at the track map that I have pulled up on my phone.
Yeah, I must admit I pulled one up on Wikipedia myself. But what we don't need to look at on Wikipedia is the strength of the DRS. I like what the reference I made there. But we've now got Aya. Can't say his full name, so I shortened it myself. I'm not sure. I'm getting lost into something, but what we won't get lost into, I'm going to make it again. That's a double. Is Aya looking to overtake Cod onto the final lap. I'm not sure whether the hards were the right call or not, but they seem to be working out for him. And we've seen before, I think in Belgium, when it was wet, when Cod went to the Inters, it essentially won him the race. I can't remember what tier that was, but I remember the rain playing a lot of influence and his tyre choice as well. So it's not the first time we've seen this happen.
Did you say this was at Spa?
Yes.
I think that would have been NA
I think
then.
it was... No, it was realistic to actually, because I competed in it.
Ah, right. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, with
road tyre calls for COD aren't rare.
because the thing with COD is, I know in Spa he started on the Inters and he got a massive advantage because a lot of the other people started on the wets, and the pace of the wet tyres on this game is basically nothing.
Even when it's full wets as well.
Yeah.
But it is bone dry here in Miami, and I think that is the difference. But the point definitely stands.
COD still hasn't closed in on deflated that much.
Yeah, I think the gap has grown more than anything else, but I think Aya is going to be in DRS here.
No, he's just missed it.
9/10. Oh, he's missed it.
He's got a lot more straight line speed though. He must be on a really low wing setup. We might lose it here.
Yeah,
it's very wide off the apex.
4/10.
Oh no, he's still got it.
He get it. The detection point is just on the exit of turn 17.
As we move on to the
I
final
do
lap.
have a track map up. Yep, the final lap deflated. As seen here, he's 5.1 seconds ahead. Then we've got Aya 1.1 seconds ahead, but it's suspected that he's running a lower wing setup, so that may influence things. But he's out of DRS as it stands. That guy, we've got him down in P4, but we're going to focus on David here as there's a battle between him and Ethan for the what would be in real F1 P7 and won the lower sprint point paying positions, but Ethan going wide. Was that interesting? Defending by David, I'm not sure that's one for the stewards, but now it goes down to the straight here.
Keep an eye on Power, and I think he might make a move this lap on that guy. He's very, very close at the moment, but I think he'll want to be staying behind for the DRS into
As Ethan gets the overtake on David,
the final straight.
focus up on Powen.
That guy going a
That is
little bit off track there, but all good. Sock to the little slide there through, I believe that's turn 12. That is Ethan who's spun round at the hairpin.
yeah, it's unlucky for him, but currently, as it stands, he does have a chance of making sure he doesn't finish 10th. He's 9th on the track, but Powen, we're going to go on board with him. He gets the overtake on the Ferrari of that guy.
Easy
We'll
move.
look at the camera behind. Oh, that is Socks. Socks has spun on turn 17. He struggles to get that through, but he managed to recover effectively, and that still should be 6th for him. We have deflated Wee winning. Cod Camper 2nd, Aya 3rd, Pound 4th, that guy 5th. Socks 6th, Ryan 7th, sadly down from 2nd, David 8th, Ethan 9th. And we've got Marlborough finishing last on track. He's got 10th position. Unlucky for Scott there, but he still recovers that P6 as Deflated Wee wins his second sprint, 15th sprint, and he gets his second sprint pole position.
The thing with Liam's sprint win tally is the fact that he's also managed to he's done a lot of them in F2 as well. Obviously, not to discredit him, but
yes, yeah.
Oh, it was season 2. I think he won 4.
That is
Somebody
your
can
results.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Just to interrupt you, actually, well, we've got Deflated Wee, who has won. Cod Camper 2nd. Cod Camper also getting the fastest lap. Aya 3rd, Pound 4th. That guy 5th. Socked 6th. He did recover that. Ryan 7th. David 8th. Ethan 9th. Marlborough 10th. Padge 11th. And Rothwell 12th. Padge and Rothwell DNFing. What were you saying? Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
right.
I had to catch you up.
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain that Deflated won 4 sprints in his title-winning campaign in F2 in Season 2. But the fact that he never won a feature race when he won his title in F2, which is incredible, quite frankly. Not quite Leo Fornaroli from last year in F3, but...
Yeah, I think that's an interesting one, and now we have the qualifying session here for the Miami Grand Prix. No extra point fastest lap, no it isn't. I think it's just for first to 15th place in the feature races and first to 10th place in the sprint race. So obviously last time out in just sprint races, it's just happened. Everybody has scored points.
Yep. I mean, I know in the past that I myself and a couple others have pushed for a point for pole, but no, nothing doing there.
Yeah, I feel like that's interesting to know and good to reflect on, as we've got that guy who is first out on track here in Miami.
It's going on the mediums. That's a surprise. A big surprise. I would have thought
Yeah.
you'd want to save those for the race, but
Each to their own in this session, I suppose. What we predicting for the pole time here in the feature races? Rothwell rejoins. That's a mouthful.
Low 25 to potentially high 24. As we already saw Liam do a 25-2 in the sprint. If he can find a little bit more time, can get into the 24s.
Yeah, I think that is perfectly plausible for a person as pacey as Deflated Wee. That is not almost certainly, or certainly going to happen. But Nico saying it's a 24.97. I don't know if that's a. If you mean a 24 or 25.
Do you think a 25.97 for pole? That's going to be impressively slow as compared to what we've already had in the sprint.
I have a feeling it may mean a 24.7. I don't know.
I'd think so. I think that's possible. think the question is whether we'll actually get it. Kenny saying he's been swearing at brake discs all day. Yeah, I don't know about you, Tacit, but I've seen the clip that you sent in earlier.
Yeah, I think I've seen that indeed.
That was
But
quite
what
funny.
I'm seeing now is that guy on his first lap. We'll get the telemetry and lap data up for all the folks watching at home. Just a reminder not to press the red button as we don't have one available. Although alternatives in the UK are not available for watching F1. Anyways, the F1 we're seeing on screen is the amazing no assist here that everybody should join. But we've got that guy here specifically going through this long left-hander
Oh,
of turn 7 through turn 8. He's got the DRS open on the back straight. Purple sector 1 for him.
that was
Now
very
through
wide off the
turn 9.
apex there through turn 8.
Yeah, I know you have to take all that curve, but I think
If
maybe
you
it was a
take too
bit too
much,
much.
if you take too much, it will just drag you into Narnia if you're not careful.
Yeah,
Nicely
bottoming
through
out on this year
here.
is bad as well.
It's not even bottoming out, it's just the
Slight
fact that it's
snap.
a painted curve, it will just drag you off.
I know this year, and I was testing this out Abu Dhabi, in Abu Dhabi specifically, the painted curves, I think something to do with the game's grip, have some sort of different effect on the car.
Yeah, yeah, it
But
happened last year at the exact same corner as well. Like turn 8 on entry, if you went on any part of that painted curb, you're getting dragged off, as I think, have I disconnected?
Deflated we has left the session somehow.
That's not good.
Um, I think I'll re-invite him now, but I'm not sure how that's managed to happen.
That's very not good.
Who's the host then?
Whoever joins the lobby second?
I don't know who that is because I wasn't streaming obviously then. Oh, he's rejoined. Okay, that's good.
He won't resume being the
Oh, actually,
host,
Rothro's
though.
retired. Oh, yes.
That's not good. So we'll need to quite quickly figure out who's hosting then.
Yeah, I don't know. I can invite certain people. I think the stream's just being a bit laggy for me, but
I can leave and
um,
rejoin and have a look if you want.
no, it's fine. No need to tempt fate or risk anything for something like this. Can't lose. Co-commentator is Ethan, and that guy set their times as Ethan is a 26.6. That guy 26.8 on the medium tires. I can out in all this. I wasn't even streaming that guy's lap. We also got Powen up to the line. Aya as well, but he is invalidated his lap. Ryan starting his lap as well. The man on the front row for the sprint. He's going to be looking to get his actual first ever podium generally in the league, taking all that curve as well.
I's invalidated his lap, so the next person to finish the lap, I think, will actually be Ryan, as Ethan's already finished his. I think that's
Yeah,
the...
we just got some cars being let through in Sector 1 as well.
I think that'll be Powen and Cod getting out the way, so that's Padge starting his lap now. That would have been quite close considering how tight it is in the S section there. So that was a little tap on the wall for Ryan. I don't know if that was just me that heard that.
I think it was you. I wasn't listening myself. I was looking at the chat, so I can't attest to that much myself as we've got cars being let through as well. Now, Ryan through the Mickey Mouse chicane of turns 14, 15 up to turn 16, up ahead for the DRS detection, and it's going to be open, that rear flap, that extra 18 kilometers an hour, I believe it is, on the back straight through the DRS zone. He's burning the rest of his battery. 17, 16. Now down to 13% as we head through to the final penultimate corners. Turn 17 on the exit now, using a fair amount of the curb through turn 18. The final corner, not really a corner in F1 car, turn 19. That is the pole position time by 5/10 of a 1 minute 26.1. That was on the same tyres as Ethan.
Yeah, so half a second difference, but even then, that's nearly a second off of what Deflated managed in the sprint. So we'll wait and see what happens there.
Yeah, Deflated we on a lap himself, as that guy I think is on and out
No, I
another
think he's
lap
just
or...
finished.
Yeah, oh, I don't think he's improved much at all, but Padge up to the line, that's a 28.8 for the Sauber driver, and we've got Aya now. I think he's going to be the next person to finish his lap cross the line. But we've got Deflated Wee, the championship's leader, who's about to start his.
It's 1/10 off of what Ryan did overall in the second sector split compared to Aya. So we'll see where this gets him. Obviously, with those lower wings that we may be able to have deduced from the sprint, we'll see whether he can gain anything in the final sector. Aya to the line now. It's a 26.4. Maybe it's a little bit too much curve on the inside on the final corner, but is into P2.
Yeah, the man looking to challenge for above P2 here, Deflated Wee. He's set the purple second sector. Now he's draining the battery on one of these straights here through this corner. The one I can't remember the name of, it escapes me, but what doesn't escape me is him braking as we got to caution set to 2. But he's going through the tight and twisty section. Cold Camper, the 25.6. Deflated Wee's going to have to beat that to get a provisional pole position. Here's 32nd that he'll want to get in the league. Now onto the back straight, using all as much of the track as he can as he drains his battery, and he's got his rear wing flap open on the car, reducing a lot of that drag on the final straight here. Now up to the 100 board, braking after somewhere in between the DHL board and that 100 board. Second gear, you want to avoid that curb as well on the entry. Now, turn 18, turn 19 for Deflated Wee is going to result in a pole time of 25.649, beating out the Cod Camper by 30 thousandths.
Quarter of a tenth just over between the two championship rivals. For, well, they'll be looking to try and get P1 with how John isn't here today. But if John's able to win it, then these two will be fighting over P2 in the championship.
Yeah, fighting for the prizes, but not the gold spoon. So the gap in the championship, Deflated Wee is 33 points off. Actually, now, not
23.
so. I think it's a 23-point gap. Yes, Cod Camper the 38-point gap. He got P3 in the sprint, so I'm not sure if you can deduce what that would mean.
No, he's P2 in the sprint, so it's 10-9.
Oh, P2.
Knock 9 points off that.
Yep. Okay. So he'll be 29 points off of Deflated Wee.
Off of Deflated? I'd hope not.
Oh, Padge retires. Ignore me.
I'd hope he's not 29 points off Deflated, otherwise we'd be doing something catastrophically wrong.
I'm just seeing some funny chats in the chat from Killian and Salt.
Yeah, I've seen those as well.
I don't think I can read that out on stream, so I'm not going to say it. But
trust me, we probably said worse.
Sure. Yeah, we probably said worse, but what we haven't said worse is actually Marlboro has invalidated on his lap, and I think we've got, Powen on a fast lap, so Marlboro's pulling to the other side of the track.
He's 3 tenths up on himself already, that would put him higher than Ethan. So we'll see whether he can keep it tracking this way for Powen across the lap.
Yes, Powen through the big braking zone. He's usually brake around the shadow there now through second gear. Avoid the temptation to go into third gear if you're called Tacit, but now you're going through turn 4. Oh my god! Oh, he's just done a Killian.
That is oh, okay.
Oh, and he's got in the way of
that guy wasn't on a lap. He was on a lap.
Yeah, Killian's getting flashbacks already to what he was having to him the other day. I think Deflated and is acid.
I'm gonna hope that means COD.
I don't know what that means.
What is your autocorrect, John?
John, I'm questioning what things you type in your spare time. COD, you stupid autocorrect.
Oh dear.
Oh well, but that's got to be an interesting thing. Enemy number 1 on this track for many of our drivers is that as Powen goes off. Yeah, that's that's
so
an interesting
you think so? John, you think that the Deflated COD are due for a massive incident. Are you saying that because you want it to happen so you don't lose any points, or because you think it will actually happen?
I'm going to go with the first one, but it would be really great content if they do a Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen at Monza.
Oh, I agree. Don't get me wrong. Like, if we can have one of them do the same incident that... Oh, my days. As Sox goes,
Pardon me, my controller's having some
that's
issues.
all right. Sox. Uh, it'll be quite funny to see if one of them managed to warp power and just did in the chicane, and then one of them just ends up on top of the other.
Yeah, that would be really funny, but I think Powell was doing a Fernando Alonso there at a previous race. He's flying for Mars, not flying for the fastest time. A bit early for Lee. I don't know if Killian is. You're saying things that I can say on stream, or if they're references I should avoid. Damn, my car just flew. Yeah, that is an interesting one. Which is saying Killian has had a similar incident in his practice.
It's like
What is it then? That this turn 14 curve, that non-existent
reminds
curve.
me of Mark Webber from a couple of years ago, but obviously that was at very, very high speed, whereas this is quite low speed.
Yeah, the management might need to look into just not including this track ever again. And I'm not gonna get Padge pull out the stream where Smiley spun the wheel and we got this track, but I'm just gonna think about why this track should not be on the calendar again. I'm gonna say that for the second time, but as my screen sort of jitters there and Socks is invalidated, he's into the pit lane.
This will be Ryan's final lap, I believe. He's gone quite early.
Singapore slingshot chain. Oh yeah, Mark Webber, Malaysia. Just yeah. Was it a Lotus that I can't remember who was it? Kimmy? Wasn't Kimmy? I don't know. I can't remember. I was on.
Steering column broken his no. Oh god, I know what you're on about. I've seen a clip of literally the steering wheel just comes off in his hands.
Yeah, I remember that one. I think, but I was a fair bit younger. Webber took quiet at Le Mans and Caterham back end.
No, Webber was Valencia.
Oh no! Oh, I know what one John's talking about because I remember it being talked about when he was on Top Gear. For anyone who watches, was a big fan of OG Top Gear. I remember that watching that when I was younger.
Good old British TV, that.
Yeah, it's a shame it's not on anymore. But what is on now is Ryan. He's looking to improve. I think he's 1/10 up, so that means he'll do a 26.0. He'll improve his time but not his position. Salk's recommending us to watch Marlboro. Yep, he is on a lap right now. Him and Ryan, but as he's not set time, I feel as if he should do that.
Ryan's first sector time is about a tenth off of what Colin managed, which in turn is about 3/4 of a tenth off of what Deflated managed. Does pull out a .6 in the middle sector, so technically Ryan is up on Deflated at the moment. Is Deflated at a .8 middle sector, but a .7 final sector. So we'll see what they're able to do.
Yeah, I don't know if Ryan just suddenly found Jarno Opmeer to drive for him, because his pace is insane from him. I mean, he was finding some good points in, pardon me, assist here the other day, but this is for me come a bit out of nowhere.
I mean, to be fair, having only done one race, this being his second, of course, it was no assist Monza that he did last week.
I think it was
I remember it because he finished P5 as Marlboro slides his way through the final corner. But yeah, finishing P5 against well, you've got
grid.
the front three being
Was it
John
10th with a 29.7?
It was John Codden Deflated being P1, 2, and 3, and then Aya was in P4. Taking P5 just behind those four is no mean feat whatsoever.
Yeah, that's impressive. But we've got Deflated be the first man to set his lap in this session as he passes the highway bridge that many of our fans are watching on. Anybody this track is obviously an IIRL fan, and if you want to join, as Ethan retires and start now then 6th place. If you want to join again, you can get you into contact with the right people. We'd love to have more people in this amazing league, but we're about to see an amazing pole position, potentially pole position time here as Deflated Wee starts his lap. We've also got Cod Camper, that guy, Aya, Powen, Davids and Socks, who are also on outlaps. I think it's about a minute and something left in the session.
Yeah, just over a minute to go. Deflate going very wide through turn 3, that is. The long right-hander. Into the S section now. Almost completely flat. A small safety lift. Try not to take too much of the outside curb. Again, very wide off the apex. Maybe that's just what you want to do, but Liam is a 10th down on his lap at the moment. We'll have to see what COD can do in response. Ryan pushing again. Interesting.
Yeah,
COD
has he got the
goes...
field to do that? Oh, Marlborough retires to start. No, higher than 10th.
Uh, he does, but my thinking is whether he'll have the tyres to do it again.
Yeah, that's an interesting point to mention.
Oh, COD going even wider than Deflated did, as Deflated pulls out a 10th and a half in the middle sector. COD
Yeah,
it ragged through the S's there. We'll see whether it gains him any time. Does make the apex of turn 8. And is
but
also 0.01 down on his time. We'll see whether that tracks.
for deflated we here,
Deflated to the
sorry to
line.
barge in slightly, Willow. He goes to a
Ooh,
26.40. I don't think that was much of an improvement. Oh no,
was
25.6.
9 milliseconds.
My apologies, 9 milliseconds quicker. Now, COD Canberra, he's navigating through the tough, twisty section up to turn 14. Now through
Caught
15
the
and
wall on the
16.
inside.
Yeah, as you definitely say, you're correct there. He did catch that wall. But what he's catching is a fair improvement. I think
10th
he's...
down.
Oh, he's at 10. I think he's improving. He's a minus, so he's definitely
No, it
up
was
there.
plus 0.096.
Oh, I can't see. I think I want the parting overlay up the
You
top
need my
right.
glasses.
Yeah, I booked my trip to Specsavers after last night. I'll be going next Wednesday. Right, but what's not going to be happening next Wednesday is Cod Camper as he comes up to the line. Is that going to be pole position?
No,
No,
can't
he doesn't
improve.
improve. Ryan starting no higher than third. I have fourth. You've got David. He has crossed the line eighth. 27.5 at Sox. Up to the line, he improves his position and time, improving by, I think that's 6 tenths. That is
That
your
is our
lineup for
session
the
done.
grid.
Not quite as fast as the pole lap that we had in the sprint, but Deflated we still taking that pole time.
Yeah,
That lap that you must have done in the sprint must have been absolutely incredible then.
Yeah, I think it was. I feel as if this was a bit of an underwhelming qualifying. Like everybody just did their laps, and as we'll see here, deflated V P1, Cod P2, Ryan P3. His second ever time starting on the front two rows. I think Aya P4, that guy P5, Pound P6, Ethan P7, Sox P8, David P9, Marlborough P10, Padge P11, and Rothwell P12 as he didn't set a time. And we have a 5 minute
And
break,
that
everybody.
and that is Deflated's 32nd pole, which means that he now stands alone at the top of the record books.
And now I'm gonna go and fill up my bottle of water. I'm in need of it.
Have
So
fun.
if Willow can sustain the amazing entertainment on the stream for the next
I'll take
about
care
three
of the
minutes,
chat.
no more.
Seriously stupid lap, way to put pace off. Nah, Ethan, you'll be fine. It's just finding your way through the traffic. It's traffic management mainly that you'll want to be looking at. Uh, you've definitely got the pace over some of the cars in front. I think that's fair to say. Uh, it's a lot of instant avoidance, I think, as well. Ryan will be looking to keep or potentially get ahead of COD here. And hopefully not have the same incident that he did in the sprint. 1.4, you're basing this off of Deflated. Deflated is going for the championship. He's been racing since the back end of season 1, and we're in season 9. Whereas you started racing this season, so I would keep your head up if I were you. And just keep going at it. Pace doesn't appear overnight. So, very interesting. Well, I say it's a very interesting breed. It's quite expected as to where, compared to the rest of the season, as to what people's pace has been there or thereabouts. Like I said, Deflated taking his 32nd pole. I don't know about you. I will be looking to try and take that back. Um, last season. How many races did you do last season? Not consistent. It's bugging me now. Um, I know what you mean because pace definitely varies track to track. Um, but the more you can find pace, the easier it will be. But there will always be tracks that you're not necessarily as good at as others. I mean, me personally, my bogey track is Silverstone, which is quite funny considering that I'm British. Um, but I've got it at WR this coming week, and I'm hoping to try for the title. So you're ridiculous in assist here, mate. Keep it up. Yeah, I agree. Ethan, you're front running in assist here, and I know that no assist is a different ballpark, especially with the amount of experience that you've got in here. I mean, Deflated has been racing no assist since season 3, I think it was. Cod Camp has been no assist since season 6, season 7.
I'm back
I
with the
I
water.
back.
Yep, back is here, and let's see some of
I'm
the
just
chat.
trying to. I was listing off how much experience is in the lobby at the moment because Deflated.
I
I
think
think he's
he's
been
the
no assist
most.
since
Yep.
season 3. Cod Camper. No, that guy's the most.
Yeah, Deflated Reed's done the
If you
most
don't
races
include
as
John
well. I
John.
think it's him and then Greg.
I
The
was counting specifically NA.
oh yeah,
Because Deflated I know has been racing NA since season 3, but that guy's been it since season 1. And he's been race winner since season 2. I know he's only won, I think it's 2 races. But only
race
ever
wins
had
the
one
race wins.
pole. Very true. And also only one pole that, funnily enough, he got this season.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah, that was in Spa, that topsy-turvy qualifying session that we had with uh the it wasn't mixed conditions, but it was dry qualifying wet race. A couple of people went dry setups, and that guy was one of them. Managed to make the most of it to take pole position. iFasker with a couple of podiums as well here and there, and won this season as well. Cowan joining in season 7, I think it was. Sox has been doing no assists since season 7 as well. David been racing since last season. Malbro uh, going no assist from end of season 7, start of season 8. Padge, of course, being here since the league's what's the word? Inception. There we go.
Yes, Inception as the race is going to start any minute.
But yeah, there's a lot of experience in this.
Yeah, a lot of
Keeping in
experience on the
mind,
screen indeed.
keeping in mind, right, that since 2021, this will probably be the first game to break this tradition, but we've always had 2 seasons. We've had one season follow the real life calendar, and then another one where we make our own. I think in season 1, season 2, it was slightly different, where the tracks got added later into the game cycle, um, and also a couple of tracks were just cut out. But I think this will be the first game to break that tradition. So the fact that season 1 has been F1 2021, we've been going for just over 4 years now. 4 years
Yeah.
of experience is no mean feat at all.
Yeah, 4 years of this league, and we're in season 9, coming towards the end. I think it's with the race about to start, the formation lap starting. It's a good time to reflect on how far the league has come. There's 185 members on our amazing Discord server. It's crazy to think that season 9 is already coming to a close in such a small time, and as far as I'm aware, think it will be about. Is it? I know between games when it switches is about 2 months. I think between season 7 and season 8, I think the gap was like a month. I might be wrong, but and there
I
was a
think it was
social race in between. So
slightly longer, but I think that was because we ended the season quite early compared to the rest of the game cycle. Um, I think between this season and next season it'll only be a couple of weeks, if that. But I think we will have a big break between, or if we can get the entire season done before December, I think we can probably have quite a big break for
Yeah.
Christmas.
I know for me and you, we've got some big life changes coming
Oh,
for us in
absolutely.
that
I
time.
mean,
Not that I
I'm
will
quite
name
open.
specifically.
I'm quite open with the fact that I'm going to uni
I am
for
too,
this coming
but I know
September. But
I won't say anything more. Me and you, I think we're in the same boat. Nico saying, "I remember season 9 as my rookie season. I remember it as my rookie season. It's had its many ups and downs, but a P11 finish, if for me, is my highest of highs. Tires, yes, focusing too much on other things. There you are, Killian. We've got Marlboro, Rothwell, and Marlboro on soft, and Padge on hard, as well as that guy, and the rest on mediums.
yeah, a bit of an outlier there for both of those two, each on the hard and soft. But yeah, um, we'll see how that pays off. Didn't pay off quite well for COD in the sprint. Deflated looking to have a little bit more of an advantage come race pace, but we'll
Samurai Tire at the
see.
end of lap 1. No clue what Marlboro's doing. Sorry about that, Willow. It's really Killian
No, no,
chat.
you're alright.
That's interesting, his power and DSQs, but we'll have to see what happens. And I'll have to see what you were saying leading on to that as well, Willow. But we have the lights going for round 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got 5. Held for a while, and we're underway for round 12 in the No Assist Championship here in IIRL. Good launch from any of our drivers as Cod Camper looking for
Oh,
the overtake on Deflated. We've got 3 wide between the Red Bull, the RB, and the Mercedes. As we've got Ethan up to P6, Aya P5, Ryan up to, is it up to or down to P4? He's in P4. Now we've got that guy in P8 as well, as the action is continuing through the second sector. Rothwell falling back into the 1.1 second gap to Padge, but the train is staying quite uniform. Holy Sun from Iron Cod. Killian is saying, I'm going to take a breath, and not taking a breath is the amazing action you're seeing out on track. 500 channel points, and we will show you the certain driver's perspective. Oh, and we've got Ryan overtaking that Powen. I can't speak today, and he's getting the overtake done. There's even a lot of space between the two. Actually, as the battle continues, our primary battle on track, battling in
side by
harder
side through
track.
there is bold,
Yes, bold,
but
especially
Ryan gets that move done.
especially with the assassination curve that seems to have caught the Powen out on track, almost sending him up to the bridge above that highway. But I think we've got Marlboro. I think he's challenging. Without no softs, they won't last very long either.
No,
Not
it's
see.
quite a big gap now. Oh, as that's Powen sending it very late on in the day, but managed to get them side by side. That's impressive. I don't think even he intended to make that move, but it's 1.1 second gap
Yeah,
between
that's lost
COD
some
and now
DRS.
Powen. So they've got to be careful. They've got to push through the
Powen
first
locks
sector.
up. Oh,
That's
major.
Ryan.
Oh my. Sorry, I had to be too
Ryan
loud for
locking
those in the
up.
house, but that is a major shot. I think Ethan, Aya, and one other may have been caught in that major shot.
And that now creates a two-horse race. That's Ryan
Oh
who
my
hit the
god.
back of Powen and potentially caught
Yeah,
up
he's got wind damage.
Ayahuasca as well.
Unlucky as Marlboro spawns in from the shadow realm there, if from my perspective.
Aya
As,
has
yeah,
damage,
Rothwell.
so David will be looking to attack him now.
Oh, that is massive. Yeah, that leaves Cod Camper and Deflated in a fight of their own. I'm not sure what happened there. It was sort of like it was a shun. Yeah, Ethan got unlucky on Ryan as well. Those two, I feel very bad for Ryan going
I
slow.
think I think it was very
Oh,
similar to
just had
what
power lock up.
happened in the sprint with Ryan and Deflated. Obviously, we couldn't see what happened there. As David goes for a spin, and Aya catches him as well. But yeah, like I was saying, I do think it's very similar to what happened in the sprint between Ryan and Deflated, where Ryan was just quite out under braking by what the sound of things were. But yeah, Ryan catching the back of that was Powen. I think he'll be under investigation as Sox now makes the move on Aya. Going to be side by side into turn one.
Yeah, a
Little bit
lot of
of
space
wheel
left there. I
banging
think
there between
Aya's
the
got
two.
a right end plate damage, so I don't know if he'll
Yes, he
put too much
does.
of a fight up for that. He might be relying on socks to get that. Oh, no, David White. Yeah, White has David pitted. Does he have wind damage?
Yeah, he spun out the exit
Oh,
of the chicane. I think also
Killian
with
IIRL
Ryan
one of the
and
David fans.
Powan's incident, I think Ethan might have been caught up in that as well.
Yeah, Ethan just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He got really unlucky.
All four of those drivers going on to medium tyres. There'll be two stop confirmed.
Yeah,
That is
Nick.
David who leads them out.
Yeah,
Cod
he
takes
has
the
a
lead. It's side by
yeah
side.
side by side through this section. Just to clarify, Killian and Nico have rejoined the David fan club. Had a brief hiatus, but we're not having a brief hiatus here with the great actions. They go side by side in a part of the track that isn't particularly welcoming to such actions.
If if David has 100 fans, I am one of them. If David has 50 fans, I am one of
Rothwell
them. If
leaves.
David has 10 fans, I am one of them. If David has one fan, I am one of them. If David has no fans, I am dead.
Ah. Anyways, the gap between
As
Cog Camper and
speaking of
Deflatedly.
speaking of flipping Top Gear.
Yeah, I made that reference a lot.
Oh no! Anyway, last week. Oh, that's
Yeah,
incredible.
David is the GOAT. Yeah, he is certainly the GOAT, but the GOAT finds himself 21.1 seconds away from Marlborough, although Marlborough will be putting on the sauce. They'll be going off surely anytime soon. But it's a
Yeah,
two-horse
within the
race
next
here
couple
between
laps,
Cod
I would
Camper and
imagine.
Deflatedly.
That guy also closing the gap a little bit. I think it was by only 2/10 so far since I last looked, but still, closing on these two is no mean feat. So we could see potentially a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be the main fight for the lead in this race. Naturally, our two championship protagonists, as Cod Camper goes a bit wider, the gap drops briefly down to 7/10. Oh, as we have an incident, that is
Padge,
Padge.
I think he potentially just lost the back end.
Yeah,
Couldn't
he's
quite
got
see.
significant wing damage. I think, was it an instant? I think Ethan was somewhere in the region of that, but I don't know if he was
He's
involved.
probably just hit the wall then, as that is Ryan as well looking to try and get past David. They're
Honestly,
going to be.
I think if the sorry to have interrupted you
Yeah,
again.
no,
I've got some
it's
bad
fine.
habit. Ryan
It's fine.
was somebody I was keeping my eye on. He seems to have the good pace in qualifying, which is a mention for me. But he's just had an unfortunate sprint and feature race so far, though it is only lap 5. Safety car could truly transform anything. Let's say, what, I'm not going to speak that into existence. What I was thinking of, I don't want to tempt fate, because I want an
Verstappen
interesting
and
battle.
Hamilton.
Some would say that. COD can be quite aggressive in overtaking, Killian says.
Oh,
Yeah, we can
he can
say
be aggressive
that.
when attacking and aggressive when defending as well. My word, that man can defend.
Yeah, hopefully he can defend any incoming attacks on deflated if he managed to get to that overtake as the DRS opens for him on lap 5.
Imagine the scenes if these two come together. We'd have that guy Socks eye a podium. That would be incredible.
That would be so good. To be honest, I think it'll great. I don't think we'll have any reaction that audible in the commentary box since John got like his first 3-second penalty in the last 5 years.
Oh my god. That man never gets penalties. It's so frustrating. I lost a win to him at this very track because of a 3-second penalty. My god, the amount of times that I was hoping throughout the entire race that he'd get one as well.
Yeah, I think that's something definitely to consider.
Yeah, Killian, that's correct. If Defeated wins, he will be 2 points clear of John John.
Yeah, it is basically a matter of life and death here for Deflated Weave, whether he wins this race or not, because he will want that championship lead ahead of our last few rounds. We've got Baku next week. Just bringing up the calendar now, and after we've got Imola and our championship final in Singapore in October.
Oh, Singapore's going to be so bad.
There's
It's
nothing
such a...
like bringing back the sling chicane.
Singapore, if people think that Miami's bad, they should try driving Singapore.
I have a strange liking for Singapore myself, I must admit.
You're weird.
I don't know what it is, I just like driving street tracks as
As
Ethan
Ethan
retires in the pit
retires.
lane. Unlucky for him.
It's an interesting decision with this much of the race left to go as well.
Yeah, me and Killian are part of the Singapore fan club. A lot of my best tracks are actually street tracks, which I
So
guess
what?
represents good as a driver. Baku, Singapore, um,
Monaco?
I don't know what. Never heard of that place before, to be honest. I don't know what it's called.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
yeah, unfortunately, to see Ethan retire, we've got 10 finishes in today's race. So everybody getting the same amount of points. Well, not the same amount of points. The points will be distributed to all people like in
Although,
real life F1.
uh, on Baku, I don't mean to brag, but what's your PB?
I mean, I'm not saying I'm the fastest in the world. I think I did like a 40.3 on pad and controller. Oh,
What
we've got
on
Aya retiring.
earth?
What?
What's happened there? Because that looks like he's still going.
Just to say, Ethan, mate, I shunted it onto the wall when I was going for a P10 finish on Sunday, so just never give up.
Oh
I
yeah, in
was quite sad
Tuscari, I
about that.
remember that.
Can we not bring this up, please? I was in a sad state after that,
You
but
did
keep
what
calm and carry on.
you did what Killian did in qualifying, is I think Aya's
Yeah,
potentially
someone
just
keep
retired
going.
on track.
Wait, Aya's retired on track?
It's because his car was still moving.
No, I think it might be an AI thing. John, Aya, and Ethan have retired from the race. That's what you've missed.
So we've
And
now
we've got a
got
close battle here.
9 people left. Oh,
Ethan
this
tends to
race
be
is going
quite
to be...
self-depreciating when he
Oh,
gets
there's
into
going to be
these
a move
events.
here.
Oh, yeah,
Check
definitely.
for COD and deflated.
Yeah, watching this from COD's perspective. Oh, deflated, defending into here. Deflated as John will call him. John is the GOAT. I'm not insulting him in any way, but he retains the lead. For the third time, Power has ruined my race.
Oh!
Oh,
That
that
was
was
a
close. A bit of
big
sparking.
slide. In a straight line, COD almost losing it into the wall.
Feels ironic if I just if someone had raced today, like me, I actually would have my best finish, just getting last. But I don't know. So I feel like
It
that
looks very
reflects on
slow to
Miami as a
either
track.
side. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Deflated looks like he's looked after his rear tyres really well as compared to COD. They're on lap 8, so they'll be getting to the end of their stint soon.
Yeah, looks like the things or whatever related to Aya retiring. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Is that Marlboro? He's had an incident at the last corner.
Yeah, I think he might have just had
Will
a
be sent to the
small little
stewards,
spin.
which is unfortunate, just like my shun. But I've learned to move on. But what we are not moving on from is this amazing battle. I think, dare I say, the only battle on track right now.
Yeah, I mean, the gap's very, very spread out at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what goes on there. Um, Killian's saying if Deflated is clever, he could let COD through and lift and coast to the pit window, same as me with Ethan at Italy. The thing is, right, I don't think Deflated even needs to do that. I think he could just come in now, as COD looks like he's lost out quite a lot. He's lost out DRS
Oh, wow.
and has pulled the trigger on the undercut. So he's committing himself to probably a 2-stop there. But
Perhaps a two-stop.
might come out in traffic, I'm not certain. I'll keep an eye on it.
John saying I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. I think it's not worth it for Deflated to try and stick behind COD to try and get into the pits already, but COD has come out in a chunk of clear air. It's only 3 seconds, but it'll be enough to push into.
Yeah, the gap between him and Ryan, I think, is reduced significantly. Oh, it's gone down to... Still going down a bit. It's 15.7, 16.1 seconds. But yeah, I think Ryan and those behind him are in a different race.
Yeah, I think they're going to be quite the way behind. I think he's, what, 20-something seconds behind Socks as well. Yeah, very, very big gap for Ryan and the others to try and drive into.
Dare I say it, I don't think I've seen a race recently with such little going on tracks in Zandvoort.
Yeah, fair
There's not
enough.
much to commentate, to be fair. I think the closest gap we're gonna
Ooh,
follow is Cod catching up to Powen over here.
he might get DRS here. No, he's just missed it. Oh, he'll be kicking himself. If he was just a bit faster, he could have had DRS, but Deflated needs to respond. But no, Deflated stays out.
Oh yeah, that is interesting. So it looks like he's extending those hot medium tires then.
He's looking for the tyre advantage, I think. There's an 18-second gap between himself and Cod. And Cod looking to get past Powen. Easy does it on the inside, gets the move done. Already 17 seconds, so yeah, Deflated will have to look for the tyre offset now. Because he's already undercut you, you may as well go for better tyres. And
Yeah,
try and
fair enough.
potentially last out to the end.
It's close though. Maybe it isn't anymore.
I don't know what the tyre life looks like, but I think...
I may be able to answer that question.
Oh. What do the hards look like?
Around this track, I can find a rough gap for Miami if you bear with.
It's fine. Because I'm thinking around
Okay, actually,
4% a lap.
so the hards are wearing around 5.1% a lap.
Okay,
The mediums it's about 7% a lap, and the soft is 7.5% a lap.
7.5, are you sure?
As far as I'm aware.
Deflated continuing on again.
Pod is
What?
surely doing a two-stop. I can see he's pushing a lot. I mean, yeah, that's the benefit of the two-stop, I guess, John, but it does put him on the back foot. Um,
Gives him a lot of ground to catch up, but with fresher tyres, you'd be hard-pressed to say that he won't catch.
yeah, but when he catches, he might have to box again. Or he will have to box again.
He's
Unless-
closed...
He's closing down socks.
Nearly 5 seconds in 2-3 laps.
That is crazy. I mean, that's the benefit of new tyres. We've seen in recent games like F124 and F123 and this year's installation, the new tyres are so much faster. We can see Cod Camper's gone from like 1.2 seconds.
He's
almost
almost
taking socks.
pushing socks through turn 8.
Yeah, that's the
With
Cod
this
Camper way of
DRS as
overtaking.
well,
That is the
he'll
way.
get even closer to Deflated with the DRS and the battery burning as well. So it's what, 15? No, I'm reading the wrong gap. That is 14-second gap. Already in about what, 3 laps? 4? It's mental.
Yeah.
Very, very good pace from COD at the moment on those fresh hards. And nobody else coming in just yet. And as I say that, Powen comes in. He'll come out behind Ryan, but in quite the big chunk of clear air.
Yeah, not too much of a gap.
But Ryan will definitely need to come in again.
Yeah, he overtakes Powen in the pit lane. Yeah, Powen boxing for the new hards.
Liam one-stop Killian thinks, yeah, I agree. I think he'll be trying to stretch the medium as far as it can go, but you've got to be so careful of punctures on this game. So if you can find any way to lower your tyre wear, you take it.
Yeah, especially we had that at Monza last week, where I think the hards by the time you had to box were for me in the puncture range. They were at about just before 80% on the front left.
In realistic tier, I did a medium hard, and my tyres felt alright.
Realistic tier is important to note, although you were in the Sava, so
Exactly, so even worse tyre wear than the equal car.
it's like 3 times worse than equal cars, I think.
Yeah, it's horrendous. As Deflated finally comes into the pit lane, he has a 3-4 lap overcut compared to COD.
3 laps.
And there'll be 4 once Cod crosses the line. As Deflated has got going again. And Cod will sooner or later catch up to that, guys. Within 2 seconds already. Gap between Deflated and Cod will be somewhere around 7 seconds-ish. So, less than I thought it would be. Sox comes in as well. For the hard tyres. Essentially undercutting that
Sox
guy.
boxing.
Sox box. Oh, as
Yeah,
he
he
comes
comes
up
out,
right behind
yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, that battle between Ryan and Powen, and now he joins the battle for 6th place.
Sox has 1 lap fresher tyres than Power, and that will still make an advantage as Cod already gets past that guy. The Sox will be looking to clear Ryan probably quite quickly, I'd imagine, and then get onto the back of Powen as well.
Yeah, we've now got Sox overtaking Ryan, who is on the 10-lap mediums. I think, yeah, he boxed after that incident he had earlier on. Now Sox is going to be looking to get 4th place for Ryan, but he goes deep.
That will cost him a huge chunk of time if he's not careful to bring it back round in the slow speed sections. But that guy, able to hang on in Cod's DRS. Only just though, so I think he might potentially lose it through here. Like this high speed section where you have a lot of reliance on the tyres. Yeah, I think he has now fallen out of it. But already, that gap between Deflated and Cod comes down a little bit, maybe a couple tenths, but that is even with Deflated tyres trying to get up to temperature. So we'll see how that goes as Ryan also comes into the pit lane.
Yeah, he's doing that 2-stop. Potentially forced to do so after that incident he had. It's unfortunate for him, but that seems to be how this race is playing out. Or we've got an instant.
No, that's
Oh,
Padge letting Cod through.
Oh, right, you missed the map, yes.
And that guy, so Padge will be probably trying to keep out the way of Deflated as well, so as not to get involved in the fight for the lead. As that gap has now come down by about a second this lap for between Deflated and Cod. So we'll see how that
goes.
goes.
In the background of that guy and those newer hard tyres. Yeah, the newer tyres are going to provide him with a fair advantage.
4 laps and it's a 1 second a lap advantage. That's incredible.
Oh, my days.
As
You
he'll
have
be
to bear in
pushing
mind
to...
those hards are wearing approximately 5% a lap around this track. Is Deflated sets a new fastest lap?
I think it might be less though, because if it was what did you say it was for medium? 7%?
About 7.5.
He took those tyres to lap 13.
6.
Well into puncture range.
For mediums.
Even still, 7% a lap multiplied by 13
that guy's had
would
a massive spin.
Oh, what would that be? That would be 91%.
David Jones into pit lane.
If it was 13% a lap, Deflate would be on 91% by the time he comes in for his pit stop. So I think it was a bit less than that. As David goes onto the softs.
Rogue choice from David, but we'll have to see how it pans out.
As Sox might be looking for a move on Powen. Looks to the outside. Gets it done well before the braking zone and is up into 4th place. Goes very deep on the brakes. Does manage to pull it back around ahead of Powen as well. Also, with that guy needing to come in again, this could potentially be the fight for the podium. Sox has a podium this season already. He'll be looking to add to that tally. As Powen chooses to stay behind. That guy finally comes in. He'll be looking to take mediums to the end. It'll be very difficult, I think, but interesting to watch. Hey?
I think mention of a puncture in the chat.
That guy's had a front wing change.
Oh, that's interesting.
I couldn't quite tell if he had a puncture or not. Who had a puncture?
Killian and Nico are mentioning about a puncture. Ryan fastest lap as well.
That's in clear air on 2-lap old hards. That's quite impressive.
Gonna use my commentary powers to wish a safety car on sometime soon so we can have some action.
I think with the gaps as they are, I think it'll be quite difficult, but Tvet will be trying to chase down Cod. Already, he came in lap 13, was it?
Oh, we've got that power going for an overtake.
That was a 7-second gap. Already he's closed down 4 seconds in less than that, so less than a second. English, more than a second per lap. So Tvet's just catching Cod at a rate or not.
Power now looking for the overtake on Socks.
Practically pushing Socks down that straight.
Yeah, he's channeling his inner Cod camper.
Oh, don't say that. God.
Every day
That guy
a new
had a
Cod
puncture on his
camper
inner lap.
appears. That's interesting. Yeah, he did have
If
that
guy
spin.
If that guy had a puncture on his in lap, that'd be very surprising more than anything. Considering that he took his tyres, what, only 3 laps longer than deflated? And deflated was on mediums. So that might cause a bit of worry for that guy to get to the end. Either that or he's just been incredibly unlucky with the timing and also percentage-wise of that puncture. His puncture range on the game is about 80%.
Yeah, it is about 80%.
So if that guy's only just got to 80% and he's punctured then, that's incredibly unlucky for the Ferrari driver. As he does lap Padge down the back straight.
Yeah, unlucky for Padge. He's not had the best race, but he is up to 9th. Oh, if actually Cod Camper pits again. That promotes deflated up to the lead. He's looking to outfox the rival of his on strategy.
Will need just under 2 seconds a lap. And if deflated to Cod with a 4-lap tyre advantage was 1 second a lap, if not slightly over, he'll be hard pressed to find this time.
Yeah, it's a road call for sure. In terms of the strategy, how do you think this will work out?
Honestly, this could go either way. I think this is very much going to be down to driver skill more than anything, but Cod needs to do something different if he wants to try and win this race. Especially basing on the pace from the sprint. That is Socks going very deep into turn 8. I think he'll miss the DRS now.
Just do a position change. Socks and Power in the biggest benefactors currently, and Marlboro.
That reminds me of the incident from the start of the race between Powen and Aya and Ryan. If Powen gets a penalty, that will be Socks on the podium.
Yeah, I'd love to have a Socks podium in the realistic tier. Oh, it's not, no,
Is it no assist?
tier.
It would be his second podium this season, though.
Oh, looks like Killian's favourite football team has scored again. I'm presuming that's why he's so excited. I don't understand too well. But the gap is 15.3 seconds now.
Colt's only closed about 6/10, was it that lap? I'll check the race director.
It went from about 15.9 to 15.3.
Was...
Oh, Austria 2-1. Okay. Nice.
I see.
I must admit, I don't follow football as much as I should. And I want to.
Oh, I don't follow football at all, so don't worry about it.
I like watching football, I just don't follow it all too much.
Football isn't really my thing, if I'm being completely honest.
Ooh, but Socks and Power in that battle, they're
Oh,
getting close.
Crown going very wide into the entry of turn 8 there.
COD's got 10 laps to catch 15.1 seconds. The gap between them
That's just gained
now. John,
1.5 seconds left in these next 4 laps.
Deflated Wee was doing like 1 second or something, was it? Around that per lap?
Well, he's closed 1 second so far this lap. And he's only got 1 corner left to go in the lap, so we'll wait and see. But I'm not entirely certain that he'll get this.
It's going to be
14,
close. Oh, that's to even have a chance, John is saying.
and he's only gained 8 tenths this lap. I don't know if he'll do it. With 10 laps to go, 1.4 seconds he needs, and he closed 8 tenths that lap.
Yeah, no TL pens. I can look into race. Oh, Willow, if you can look into race director, I can.
Yeah, I was
show
going to say, you
feed.
can't.
I was just remembered that actually when I was in the menu. Just looking at the warnings. I wouldn't imagine it's that easy to get many track limits at Miami, but we've got power and a
many.
slight spin there as well.
Ethan had 1, Aya had 2. And they've both retired.
Oh, we do have an incident. I think back marker David. I think he's just letting
Oh,
Liam lap him as
it's not going
Socks
this
and
way and the
Power jump
other.
together.
I think that was essentially David being lapped.
Yes, I believe it was.
That is very interesting. Considering David was up in P4 as well.
Yeah, that
Early
is a
on.
shame for
He
the
has just come in
Socks
this lap
with an
though.
incident as well.
I...
I'm not sure, to be honest.
No, David has just come in.
Oh, right. Power looking for the overtake here as well into 10:17, and I believe he should get it.
Oh yeah, Socks is on auto gears.
What?
Yeah, no, I
Why?
don't know how open he is at this.
Socks is on auto gears.
No, he's meant to be.
Why is he meant to be on auto gears?
a condition that he's got that he can't
Upshift and
use.
downshift.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So, yeah, that's why a lot of the times that he's been doing incredibly well, it's so impressive for Sox as well.
He's always
I
had this condition.
literally, yes, I literally just clocked it because he went down into first gear for the hairpin. I'm like, you don't want to be going into first gear. What are you doing? And I'm like, oh
Jeez.
wait, he can't control it. But yeah, the fact that Sox has had a podium this season already in Abu Dhabi, benefiting
one stop.
from, was it Ayers' penalty? Because he got past Jakob right at the end.
Yeah.
That would have been very close for a warning there. The Sox. But I think he might have got away with it.
Gap between P1 and P2 is now to 12.5 seconds, but it's looking a bit more bleak for Cold Camper as Sox gets back up into P3. Oh,
It's going side by side. Sox is... Oh, who was behind for the detection point? It was Powen, but only just.
yeah, he gets it.
It's a great race between these two. The closest battle on track so far. It's a great one. I think Powen looking for his first podium in the league. Correct if I'm wrong. I will double check that.
Yeah, well, the battle between Sox and Powerwind is the primary thing we're focusing here on track, but not much else I'm seeing. Alright, so Powen getting the overtake, not looking for it, but he does not secure it. That seems to be alright now. But Powen will get the DRS here on the back straight. My apology if I do sound like a golf commentator, my voice is quite worn.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Powen gets the overtake here into turn 17.
Not choosing to go side by side this time for the final corner for those two.
Yeah, as we go on to lap 23 for these guys. Deflated, we currently leading by 11.3 seconds. So as of right now, the championship order will be different. It will be Deflated, we John, and then Cod Camper. I would certainly like for this to go to Singapore. It would be great.
I agree. I do think that this would be Powen's first podium if he's able to take it across the line.
I'll just fact check that one. I trust you, but I'm gonna.
No, I've just been looking myself.
Oh right, okay.
So, yeah, this would be great for the Dutchman.
I can't remember. I don't know how many races he's done up to this point.
It's not many. I think it's like, what, just over 20-ish?
Yeah, just checking it now. As well for myself. Yeah, 18 races, 0 poles, 0 wins, 0 podiums, 16 point finishes. 1 driver of the day and 2 DNFs. This will be like, I think he's fighting for one of his best results then here. Even if not for that podium. Gap between P1 and P2 is 10.9 seconds.
With 5 laps to go, Cod needs about 2 seconds a lap. I think he might miss out on this, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a strong chance. Strong chance indeed.
We'll see. Also depends on who makes more mistakes or not. Because if Deflated makes a mistake, that opens this up right back up again.
And he will be at tyre disadvantage, of course. I'll change to tyres. Starts with the 1 lap hard tyres in this battle. So I'm not sure whether they're DRS sharing or not, really.
What, these two?
Yes, Socks and Powen.
I doubt it, to be honest. I think they are just going hammer and tongue between them.
Yeah, because if I was Socks, I would have just lifted and recharged into that corner.
Well,
then would have gone a bit more full hand into this complex. Powen now looking for his overtake. He doesn't secure it. Stays behind Socks.
John's saying, if these two battles so much, watch for that guy behind. I don't know. I think his medium tyres will be going off quite soon.
Yeah, they're
5 laps to go. I think it might be a bit of a struggle there. But also, you know, that guy also needs to watch out for a puncture, because obviously he got in the first stint. Need to be careful in the second stint, as that is Padge coming in again. Is that a 3-stop?
Yeah, that's an
It's a
interesting
3-stop
here.
for both Padge and David.
Oh.
Those are slightly used mediums. Oh no, Padge is on a 4-stop.
Huh?
Interesting. Why is Padge doing a 4-stop?
For the vibes.
Yeah, Padge. What? I'll need to explain that one after the race. Oh, there's a big slide for Socks there. That'll leave him very vulnerable to power now.
Yeah, power
Got
and
his rear
fight for
light
his first
flashing,
podium.
does the Mercedes.
He doesn't go for the overtake, he looks for it.
Decides to stay in behind. A bit of a snap there on the apex to exit. Almost putting it in the wall. COD finally getting that gap under 10 seconds. Or deep from Socks, but lock up from Powen. They're both making about as many mistakes as each other, which makes it very, very equal.
Yeah, this being our only enclosed battle on track is making it very interesting towards the end of this feature race.
They've got to be so careful of their tyres, though. I wish I could see their telemetry right now to see their tyre wear.
Honestly, me too.
That guy, for all we were saying about him being close to a puncture, he has closed in by nearly a second. As Powen chooses to tuck behind again. If they're not careful, Ryan will be closing onto the back of them as well. He's on 1 lap fresher hard tyres compared to Socks. That is catching. It's a good recovery from Ryan, to be fair, after the first lap. Well, not first lap, the first incident that he had early
Yeah, I think
on.
it was about lap 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very, very early on. Yeah, it's a good recovery so far from Ryan. If he can take P5, maybe even a little bit more, I think he'll be very happy with that result. It's 3 to go. You reckon that 1 lap difference might make a difference?
Between Socks and Powen.
Yeah.
I mean, if you consider the hard tyre wear per lap is about 5%, so Socks could have, what, maybe, could assume somewhere in the region of 5% better tyres. It could make a difference, yeah. It depends how
We'll
he
have to
managed
wait and
his
see.
tyres.
Yeah, very true. Obviously, being in dirty air does actually help a little bit, as
Oh,
that
you've got
is
David
David
Lips,
moving out of
Codsway.
Codsway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big lock up into the hairpin there. Oh, well, there's an ad on the Twitch stream.
Yeah. I like the ads, but for this great purpose they
You
have.
like ads?
No, let me explain. Ads help us promote IIRL, so because I think they put us in the stream.
It's not an ad for the league.
I like the ads for the sake what it does for the streams. Not I don't like ads myself.
Okay,
I don't
I
know
will
how
take your word for this. Just know that in my brain, you are now officially weird. Or weirder than you were before.
Interesting. I do not like ads for the record, myself personally. We are in the penultimate lap and we're discussing ads.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's not exactly a lot going on. The closest battle is between Socks and Power at 4P4.
Yeah, John, I think
In
you're
the
right, but I'm
interim,
not going to read those comments out, not to tempt fate.
it's probably been the easiest race to play
curse.
life. No, I think Monza Season 5 was probably a little bit easier.
What happened in Monza Season 5?
We don't talk about Monza Season 5.
We're going to talk about Monza Season 5, right?
No, we're not going to talk about Monza Season 5.
John, what happened in Monza Season 5?
I don't think even he knows, to be fair.
Oh.
Oh, I think this is the wrong decision from Socks here to go for it now.
It's better to just let...
I think it's better to stay behind.
It's better to be... I mean, he might be trying to stay P2 into the final lap.
Yeah, that's what you want, really, to try and get the DRS to try and go past.
But the best thing is to be P2
Oh!
into that braking zone. It's the fade where he starts the final lap.
There's a very big fishtail from Socks there.
Yeah, the strategy though is to be P2, probably into the final DRS zone.
Oh, as Pound's turned off his DRS.
Smart.
They both know what's at stake here. But if they're not careful, they'll lose too much time to that guy.
Yeah, he's only him and Ryan fighting for P5. Not too far behind. It's the final lap for these guys as
Although,
well.
with the dirty air, it could be worth it to try and bolt. I'm not certain.
Yeah, that DRS is too powerful, man. It's too powerful.
Hmm, just a bit.
We've seen it. A
Unless you
guy
can.
went from 9/10 back to like 4/10 back in one straight.
Hmm, I think. Oh, I think Ryan could potentially have a look
We'll see if
at.
Power overtakes here, though.
Oh,
Ryan, maybe,
he's very
yeah.
close.
Power's holding
As
back.
Ryan does get that guy.
Yeah, hit that guy over licking his
Oh,
lips.
it'll be so close between these two.
Oh,
Oh,
stuck for
that's a,
Power.
because that
Deflated
is
Wee wins
deflated.
this
Who's won
race.
the race and does take the championship lead. There's a big slide for Powen. Has that cost him? I'd say it has.
We'll have to see
Kemper
it.
comes over with a brilliant
A
P2.
10th gap for Power, and he might be too far back.
Oh, they'll both be burning absolutely everything. That guy is lost out to
I
Ryan
think, for
quite
me,
significantly. And
Power's too
Socks.
far back. Yeah, Socks has got a podium. Power suffered a bit well that tyre wear. Socks P3, Power P4. I'm not gonna lie, that was a fantastic performance by Socks. So where did he start? Position change, he started in 8th, I think. Well done, Scott, and well done, Power. Just waiting for Marlborough and Padge to cross the line. I think old Marlborough wing damage. And that is it. It's deflated Wee with his, I think, 34th or 33rd win. I think it's 32nd, another pole position win for sure, and his second sprint pole and a 15th sprint win. And Scott with his second podium of the season. And that is the result. Deflated Wee P1. We've got Cod P2, Socks P3, Power P4, Ryan P5, that guy P6, Marlborough P7, David P8, Padge P9, and the DNFers are Aya, Ethan, and Rothwell. What have we learned from that? We don't talk about Monza Season 5. I'm going to search it up on the YouTube channel, which you should all watch, as Moobot just said. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. I will be joining Socks on Thursday for the realistic tier race. And that's a goodbye from me, and that's a goodbye from my co-commentator for tonight, Willow.